I mean, it's common knowledge that I did a film for Harvey Weinstein, and that,
Okay.
But
What was there any inappropriate
there was a
behavior?
lot of inappropriate. If I want to talk to you about my career, we're going to do it at Miramax Studios, boo-boo, not at
Your hotel room.
But just because you invite me doesn't mean I'm gonna go. I already got the job. So they find other ways to hurt that, where you may begin as the lead of a film. Those who do go, they become their lead.
Hollywood has refused to cast Paula Jai Parker anymore, and here's why. Paula Jai Parker went from Friday's breakout star to Hollywood's blacklist. One refusal to Harvey Weinstein changed everything.
If I want to talk to you about my career, we're gonna do it at Miramax Studios, boo-boo, not at
Your hotel room.
But the betrayal went deeper than just one powerful man. It involved someone the world trusted most, Oprah Winfrey.
Singer Seal Instagrammed this meme, showing Winfrey kissing the disgraced mogul. It reads, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution."
But how far did Hollywood go to destroy Paula for standing up to one of its most powerful p-dators? And why was silence the price of survival?
Just because you invite me doesn't mean I'm gonna go. I already got the job. So they find other ways to hurt that, where you may begin as the lead of a film. Those who do go, they become their lead.
Let's get into it. In the 1990s, Paula Jai Parker was a rising force in Hollywood, embodying the charisma, talent, and versatility that defined the decade's breakout stars.
It's not money that you smell, TC. It's my perfume. Smell.
Oh, really?
It's called 10 grand.
Born on August 19th, 1969, in Cleveland, Ohio, Paula's journey was rooted in resilience. She experienced early challenges in her education, transferring from Shaker Heights High School to Cleveland Heights High School due to the racism she encountered in Shaker. Despite these obstacles, Paula's ambitions carried her to Washington, D.C., where she attended Howard University, a historically black institution known for cultivating artistic talent. Armed with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, she set her sights on the entertainment industry, moving first to New York City to perform in clubs, and then to Los Angeles, where she began building her career. Paula's talent quickly became evident as she landed a spot on the Apollo Comedy Hour, a platform that allowed her to showcase her comedic timing and on-stage presence. From 1992 to 1993, Paula performed live at the Apollo Theater, a legendary venue for black performers. This exposure led to her role on the short-lived sketch comedy show Townsend Television, created by Robert Townsend, a prominent filmmaker known for supporting black talent in Hollywood. These early experiences laid the groundwork for her breakthrough, as Paula's ability to navigate comedy, drama, and everything in between made her stand out in an industry often reluctant to embrace multidimensional black actresses. Paula's film debut came in 1995 when she starred as Joy in F. Gary Gray's urban comedy Friday. Her portrayal of Joey, the sassy, no-nonsense girlfriend, became iconic, with her memorable line deliveries and dynamic interactions with Ice Cube solidifying her as a standout performer.
I'm talking to you. Now who is she?
That's just Debbie from down the street.
So, what the hell she doing?
Paula's work in Friday wasn't just comedic, it showcased her ability to create a character that resonated with audiences, transcending the confines of the film's small budget to leave a lasting cultural impact. That same year, Paula won a Cable Ace Award for her performance in Cosmic Slop, an anthology series exploring social and political themes through a science fiction lens. Her award marked a significant milestone, not only for Paula personally, but also for black performers striving for recognition in a predominantly white industry. Paula also returned to television, starring alongside Sean and Marlon Wayans in The Wayans Brothers, where her comedic timing shone once again.
I am good for it. Just look at these shoes.
You borrow those too?
Throughout the mid to late 1990s, Paula proved her versatility, taking on a variety of roles in film and television. She appeared in the horror anthology Tales from the Hood-Blending Horror with social commentary, Spike Lee's Get on the Bus, which focused on the Million Man March, and the romantic comedy Woo, starring Jada Pinkett Smith. One of her most notable roles during this period was in Sprung, a romantic comedy that allowed Paula to flex her dramatic and comedic chops as a leading lady. Her performance in Sprung further cemented her as a talented and reliable actress who could carry a film. By 1998, Paula was part of the ensemble cast of Why Do Fools Fall in Love?, the Frankie Lyman biopic that featured Halle Berry, Vivica A. Fox, and Layla Roshan. The film showcased Paula's ability to hold her own among an A-list cast, proving that she belonged in Hollywood's upper echelon. As the decade came to a close, Paula had established herself as a sought-after actress in both television and film. But she wasn't just limited to on-screen performances. In 2001, Paula transitioned into voice acting, bringing life to Trudy Proud, the matriarch of Disney Channel's animated series, The Proud Family. Trudy Proud became a beloved character, and Paula's voice acting received widespread praise. The series, which ran until 2005, was groundbreaking for its representation of a Black family in a children's animated show, and Paula's work contributed significantly to its success. She reprised her role in the Proud Family movie and later returned for the reboot, The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, demonstrating her enduring connection to the character.
The first ever Children's and Family Emmys. What does that mean for you all for tonight?
It's huge. My dentist had to tell me this was monumental. Like, I didn't know.
During the early 2000s, Paula continued to diversify her portfolio. She appeared in Phone Booth, a tense thriller starring Colin Farrell, and Hustle and Flow, an independent drama that became a cultural phenomenon. In Hustle and Flow, Paula played Lexus, a supporting role that added depth to the film's exploration of ambition and survival in a gritty, unforgiving world. Her performance earned her critical acclaim and demonstrated her ability to elevate even smaller roles with nuance and authenticity. Paula's role in Hustle and Flow led to her casting in Idlewild, a musical film that reunited her with Terrence Howard and allowed her to explore yet another facet of her artistic range. As Ruth Brown in Ray, 2004, Paula contributed to the biographical film's critical success, further solidifying her reputation as a reliable and versatile actress. But Paula's career wasn't without challenges. While she excelled in her craft, she faced systemic barriers that limited opportunities for Black actresses in Hollywood. The industry's preference for marketable, often stereotypical roles meant that Paula had to navigate typecasting and fight for roles that showcased her range. Despite these hurdles, she continued to work steadily, appearing in projects like The Shield, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, and My Name is Earl. Paula's ability to move seamlessly between comedy, drama, and even voice acting set her apart from her peers. Her performances were imbued with authenticity, whether she was playing a comedic role in Friday or a dramatic one in Ray. Her resilience and adaptability allowed her to maintain a career in an industry notorious for discarding talent once they're no longer deemed hot. As Paula transitioned into the 2010s, she expanded her repertoire with recurring roles in series like True Blood and Hollywood Divas. The latter provided Paula with an opportunity to reflect on her journey and the unique challenges she faced as a Black actress in Hollywood. In 2016, she explored her passion for music, releasing the extended play album Paula Jai and Friends. The single Going Down showcased her creative versatility and served as a reminder of her multidimensional talent. From her breakout in Friday to her celebrated role in The Proud Family, Paula Jai Parker's rise in Hollywood was an indication of her talent, perseverance, and ability to navigate an industry that often undervalues Black artists. Her work remains influential, inspiring a new generation of performers to push boundaries and demand better representation. While Paula's story is one of triumph, it also foreshadows the challenges that would later derail her career. A reminder that success in Hollywood is often contingent on forces beyond talent and hard work. The cracks beneath the surface were growing, and Paula was about to face her most difficult chapter yet. Paula's turning point came when she worked on a film for Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein, whose influence dominated Hollywood for decades, wielded his power not only to greenlight projects but also to control the careers and lives of countless actors. Paula, like many actresses during Weinstein's reign, found herself navigating an industry fraught with coercion and manipulation. Reflecting on her experiences, Paula recalled the moments when Weinstein's notorious behavior hit close to home. Speaking on Vlad TV, she shared,
It's common knowledge that I did a film for Harvey Weinstein and that,
Okay.
But
What was there any inappropriate?
Weinstein's modus operandi was well known in the industry. Invitations to meetings at odd hours, usually in hotel rooms, were framed as essential to discussing career opportunities or upcoming projects. For Paula, the invitation felt like a thinly veiled trap.
if I want to talk to you about my career, we're going to do it at Miramax Studios, boo-boo, not at
Your hotel room.
Refusing to comply with such requests wasn't merely a rejection of impropriety, it was a gamble with one's career. Weinstein had the power to blacklist those who rebuffed him, and Paula was acutely aware of the stakes. Her defiance came at a price. Hollywood often operates on an unwritten code of silence, and standing up against powerful figures like Weinstein risked professional alienation.
So just because you invite me doesn't mean I'm going to go. I already got the job. So they find other ways to hurt that, where you may begin as the lead of a film. Those who do go, they become the lead.
Beyond Weinstein, Paula faced other challenges on set that mirrored the systemic sexism and exploitation rampant in Hollywood. In another interview, Paula described an incident involving a production assistant who blatantly disrespected her.
I was changing in my dressing room and in walks the PA, and that means producer assistant. So I'm like, dude, I mean, my snitch. I was like, dude, you got creeps on your set, like, and they didn't seem to care.
The incident highlighted the layers of exploitation and microaggressions women, particularly Black women, often endure in the entertainment industry. Paula's story isn't unique in its broad strokes. Many actresses have recounted similar encounters with Weinstein and others like him. What makes her story stand out is the bravery she showed in standing her ground, despite knowing the personal and professional consequences. For Paula, maintaining her dignity outweighed the potential career advancements such compromises might have offered. "I could have played the game," Paula admitted in her interview. "But at what cost? My sanity? My soul? I wasn't willing to do that." These decisions, however, had far-reaching implications. While Weinstein's victims who stayed silent often continued working under his thumb, those who spoke out or resisted were frequently ostracized. Paula, whose career trajectory included critically acclaimed films like Hustle and Flow and Ray, began to notice the impact of her defiance. The systemic nature of Weinstein's influence meant that resistance was futile for many. He controlled access to major projects, and his alliances within Hollywood ensured that even whispers of insubordination could lead to professional exile. For Paula, her encounters with Weinstein and other industry figures represented more than just personal battles. They were indicative of the larger systemic issues plaguing Hollywood. Her outspokenness and refusal to play along revealed the predatory practices that were often overlooked or dismissed during Weinstein's heyday. Despite the setbacks, Paula maintained a sense of pride in her choices. In the wake of Weinstein's downfall, Paula's revelations take on new significance. As the Me Too movement gained momentum, stories like hers became critical to understanding the depth of exploitation in Hollywood. Paula also reflected on the broader implications of her experiences as a Black actress. "It's hard enough being a woman in this business," she said. "But being a Black woman? It's like fighting a battle on two fronts. You're constantly having to prove yourself, and even then, you're met with disrespect." Her story is a microcosm of the struggles faced by women of color in the entertainment industry. While Weinstein's actions were egregious, the systemic racism and sexism that permeated Hollywood compounded the challenges for actresses like Paula. Looking back, Paula remains unapologetic about her choices. Her willingness to speak out, even when it came at great personal cost, serves as an inspiration for others navigating the complexities of an industry that often prioritizes profit and power over humanity. In her own words, "I might not have gotten everything I wanted out of Hollywood, but at least I can look myself in the mirror. That's worth more than any Oscar." While Paula and others navigated Weinstein's predatory behavior, one of the most powerful figures in media, Oprah Winfrey, was publicly endorsing him. Their friendship spanned over 2 decades, and while some argue that Oprah couldn't have known about Weinstein's predatory behavior, others find this hard to believe. Weinstein's reputation in Hollywood was no secret, even in the 90s. When Weinstein was finally exposed and faced multiple allegations of SA, rumors circulated that Oprah allegedly called him to offer her support. Although her team denies this, many believe it due to their close friendship. Oprah had been a prominent figure in Weinstein's life, attending numerous events together and often being photographed with him. This connection runs deeper than just public appearances. Oprah and Weinstein collaborated on several projects, including The Butler, a film that Weinstein produced. Oprah's involvement in the film was seen as a significant endorsement, lending credibility to Weinstein's work. This partnership extended beyond the screen, with both appearing together at various industry events, solidifying their public association. They had a very warm friendship, and the photos show. Some people actually believe that Oprah convinced some actresses to hook up with Harvey Weinstein. In fact, Rose McGowan tweeted out, "I'm glad more people are seeing the ugly truth of Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't." Oprah has attempted to speak out on Harvey Weinstein, but she never really gets to the point, and you can tell that she's trying to protect him.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining, and so I think this is a watershed moment.
Of course, Oprah is trying to switch the narrative and make this about everyone else but Harvey. But we need to talk about the bizarre contrast in Oprah's behavior when it comes to dealing with people like Harvey versus dealing with someone like Michael Jackson. In early 2019, there was a documentary created about Harvey Weinstein titled Untouchable. It premiered at Sundance, but it didn't get a lot of media attention. And of course, Oprah didn't bring any attention to that documentary. But when it comes to the documentary about Michael Jackson, Leaving Neverland, Oprah decided to go and promote that everywhere. Oprah decided to hold a special show after the airing of Leaving Neverland. This decision raised questions about her motivations and the selectivity of her actions. She invited some of Michael Jackson's alleged victims to share their stories on her show, but noticeably omitted any plans to invite Harvey Weinstein's victims to discuss their experiences. This discrepancy raised eyebrows and invited speculation about Oprah's seemingly protective stance towards her friend Harvey Weinstein, while choosing to shine a spotlight on figures like Michael Jackson. What added an additional layer of intrigue to this situation was the fact that Harvey Weinstein was a convicted criminal, his guilt well established and publicized. The evidence against him was overwhelming, leaving no room for doubt about his actions. So why did Oprah seemingly avoid holding him accountable on her platform? The absence of any efforts to shed light on his story or provide a platform for his victims was perplexing and opened the door to accusations of selective justice. In any case, for Paula, this was just another layer of betrayal. As a black woman in Hollywood, the lack of solidarity from her peers, combined with the industry's systemic racism and sexism, left her increasingly isolated. Paula's story isn't unique. For decades, Hollywood has been plagued by stories of abuse, exploitation, and retaliation against those who refuse to conform. But Paula's journey also highlights the double burden faced by black women in the industry. Not only are they expected to endure systemic racism and sexism, but they're often punished more harshly for speaking out. Paula's choice to remain silent about specific names reflects the complexity of this dynamic, a desire to heal without perpetuating harm within her community. Today, Paula Jai Parker is far from silenced. In 2022, she returned to voice Trudy Proud in Disney's The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, proving her enduring connection to audiences and her continued relevance in Hollywood. The reboot's success demonstrated that Paula's talent transcends industry politics and generational changes. Paula has become increasingly vocal about her experiences through interviews and social media platforms. On Vlad TV and other outlets, she shares stories from her career with characteristic honesty, discussing both triumphs and challenges without bitterness. Her willingness to speak candidly about industry dynamics has made her a sought-after voice in conversations about Hollywood's treatment of black actresses. Beyond entertainment, Paula has embraced mentoring emerging artists. She regularly speaks at acting workshops and industry panels, sharing practical advice about navigating Hollywood's complexities. Her message consistently emphasizes maintaining personal integrity while building sustainable careers. Young actresses particularly value her perspective on balancing artistic ambitions with self-respect. Paula's creative output hasn't slowed down. Her 2016 EP Paula Jai and Friends showcased her musical talents, while recent television appearances on shows like True Blood and Hollywood Divas demonstrate her continued acting range. She's also exploring behind-the-camera opportunities, developing projects that center authentic black female experiences. Her approach to Hollywood has evolved from seeking validation to creating her own opportunities. Paula frequently discusses the importance of building independent revenue streams and maintaining creative control. She advocates for actresses to develop multiple skills and revenue sources rather than depending solely on traditional casting. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.